Right, hey guys, here we are. Oh, that's an interesting wind there. So this is probably the toughest wind that you probably didn't want to see. So one of the things that you'll see, I may play this, try to get this up here. It looks like we might need, I might just go berserker. Gridiron. So we'll want to blast this up here kind of as far as possible. Minimum a Pock 6 here to even attempt this. There's 10 rings, 12, 13. 12, 13 rings here. Worried about that great ball. Definitely worried about that great ball. As you can see, it actually... Can you just go in the water and let me re-tee that? I would have really liked to have seen the outcome of that shot, but hopefully... And as I mentioned, I about 2-ring pulled that. And, the biggest thing to note here is it's going to require kind of an overplay. So you will want to make sure, and you can see opponent has even a better ball than I do. And you see they're being a little bit more careful with the way that they count rings. I know for that wind angle that very close to 1-to-1 is going to be pretty perfect for a Pock 7. But one of the things that you can do is very similar to what my opponent is, but here you can see he great balled about 2 rings to the left. So unless he was a little bit light on his ring, he's going to wind up in the left rough, which he is. So it really is a precision shot. You have to hit it exactly the way that you intended. You can see 2 rings to the left, you're way off and in trouble. 2 rings to the right, you're also, like me, in a lot of trouble. So what I would typically do is I would do a hook slice. If this was actual tournament, I'd try to land this up here, try to get it up as far as possible for a pitch. Now what I'm going to do here instead is we're just going to lay back here because I'd rather not waste this guide. But I would do, typically a hook slice, and I'd try to land up here. So first off, I'm playing the wind. I'd think something along the lines of this, and then maybe somewhere over here. It's somewhere probably around here for the aim, but we're not going to do that here. All I'm going to do is just kind of gently get this out here with not too much topspin and kind of just put it to where we hopefully would have shot had we got kind of full everything and actually executed the shot. So I would imagine we would maybe get up that far. It might be just a little bit shorter than that. But one of the things that you'll see, with the ball that I have, we're going to have kind of a larger wind, which is going to make this shot just a little bit harder. One of the things that you can see is my opponent here can easily get to the green. So the mistake isn't necessarily the worst as long as you make sure that that first bounce hits the fairway and you stay out of the water. So this allows you to still get to the green. And even with that great ball, probably should still be okay. Well, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to, show you where we would have gotten to. And I would imagine, it's going to be something along the lines of a minish sniper or maxish B52, and which one you do really ultimately isn't going to matter. It might just change your spin amount and with where you're trying to aim. What I'm going to try to do is bring this in maybe with 1 backspin versus 4. I'd probably use 4 backspin on a sniper. Now in terms of my ring adjustment here, you can see plus 14. I would probably go at least 17, 18, 19 rings here. And then we're going to play the wind effect because we can't really, do a method. So that's where you can see that I'm curling it back because that's the only way it's going to kind of shoot towards the hole. It's kind of if I counter that wind effect because the wind is pushing it so far to the right, you can see that even wasn't enough curl. But you get the idea of what I'm trying to do. Just make sure that your ring adjustment, if you do to get to that B52 range, is more in the 0.8-ish per ring. And the sniper, probably you'll just have to play, am I at mid club? Am I at min club? And you'll need to make sure, because that's a very tough wind angle, that you'd probably try to do some kind of some kind of curl back technique, because you won't be able to offset to the left enough in most circumstances. So you'll need to probably do some kind of curl back to kind of offset the wind. So keep all that in mind. Good luck with your rounds. Let me know how it goes. As I mentioned with that tee shot, the only way you're going to be able to get aggressive like that is with an Epoch 6, Epoch 7. With an Epoch, with a weaker clubs like Epoch 4, Epoch 5, one of the things that I would recommend is probably just laying up on that side with the wind in the direction that it is. I would probably recommend laying up with a quarterback to kind of the top end of that fairway with a berserker ball, and then bringing things like Cataclysm, and then just trying to use your fairway to just try to beat it up there as close to the pin as you can for the second shot. And, clubs like Cataclysm, where they have that extra range to the 180, you may even be able to land on the last fairway if you play that tee shot aggressive enough with the QB with the layup shot. However, with the Epoch 6, with the Epoch 7, you're probably going to want to go a little bit more aggressive like I tried to do, but it's going to require perfect execution to do it. But you'll see, as long as you keep it out of the water and get it to the other side like my opponent, you're still going to lock up that eagle that way. So, definitely worth the risk. Good luck out there with your tournaments. Let me know how it goes, and take care, guys. See you next time.